well. And we're actually back in action. Maybe, never late, but still, we are back. Wow, that did not work. Now I need to do this again, because the game is like, I'm going to make this difficult. Basically on the premise of why not make it a bit more difficult. Sitting like, are you sure about that? Are you sure it's a good idea? The game is like, yes, I think it is a good idea. Well, what else have I internet browser? It's a good idea. Ah, what a nice day. Always nice when things are like, okay, you really don't want things to go wrong today. What can I do to make it better? Then you get a call like, yeah, that might be a bit of a shitty situation in our near future that we need to deal with, like now. Hello there again, Traverse Strategy member. How are you on this fine evening? I hope not nearly as annoyed as myself, because that would be a rather high improvement, I'd say. Now then. Since we managed to get stuck and lost a bit of time playing this, I decided, also because I have literally been home for like 2 minutes. Oh yeah, and worried for someone I care about. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not a nice feeling. I had a bit of a crisis myself today, but it has been avoided thanks to, well, lots and lots of extra work, which is neat. Neato Cheeto. Indeedo, basically. So I will not complain. 20% thieves and spot literature, and we are here. Solve the mystery. Well, as shitty as usual, which means I'm not earning any money at this point. Hello, I basically earn nearly enough to sustain myself with a slight minus yet. But yeah, a bit of a problem with a delivery and the bill for that. And yeah, that needed to be solved immediately. Because otherwise our bank account would have been not just a bit in the minus of what is allowed. We do have a bit of leeway there in the deposit room. But that, if they had tried to actually now collect that, we would have been getting into trouble with the bank massively. It was a mistake on their part, mind you, but that doesn't really help when you're there sitting and sweating buckets because you're fucking afraid. Oh yeah, the seamen is again around. I really hate that one part of the English language. Why does seamen sound like seamen? I don't know, but it confuses me greatly.
Lord Northborough harbored a terrible suspicion.
Yeah.
Drove everyone into action,
Still, I'm very sorry to hear that
utmost haste, until finally
you're not feeling too hot.
Was able to
That is
set
not
off
nice.
in pursuit. An adventure began. The outcome
For the
of
moment,
which no one could
well,
ever have imagined.
since I can't
at the
really give you
time.
much to help, I guess watch a bit of the stream, have some entertainment on the side. Well, if you want, you can do the same thing that the little druid did yesterday. You can get yourself the game and play along a bit or something. It can be somewhat helpful, honestly. I'm not saying look away from reality, I'm saying that sometimes you need to take a break because sitting around and getting all depressed because of shit is rarely helping, honestly. I always found games to be
We are drawing close to
quite
our
helping.
target, men. These ships are ours. Prepare to board.
But yeah. Indeed, we're shipping our trials on coffin ships. I mean, what were you expecting? It's a bloody church. It's like, ah yes,
This ship of yours
ever since
appears
the
to be
church has
damaged.
become big in our area, our children have gone missing. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but the irony is biting, isn't it? I was always sure when I played this in the past, yeah, I was still younger. Even then, I was still thinking this was actually supposed to be a bit of a, you know, underhanded little punch right at the church, because, you know, the mission seems to be set up that way. Because, you know, the evil people are the ones trying to go for a crusade and like kidnapping children. And I'm sitting there like, yes, priests and little boys, that's the thing.
Has subsided at last. I cannot stop thinking about those poor children. We must do our utmost to find them. Let's
Yeah,
start
we will.
here in the monastery.
We will. First, we need to set some things up, don't we? Okay, there's a stone deposit.
There is a monastery on the island.
For fuck's
Perhaps
sake, yes.
the friars could help us in our search.
I know there's a monastery here. There's also a stone deposit up here. Well, the children's crusade never really happened in the end. Well, I do remember there is an event in at least a few games
Our
that
ships
deal
are in
with
a
the whole
very
idea of a
sorry
children's
state after
crusade.
that heavy storm.
Would
you be so
I think
good
it
to make sure they
can
be
actually happen
repaired?
in good old-fashioned Crusader Kings too. It usually ends up horrible. I mean, like, what were you expecting? Yeah, but I mean, come on, it's seriously like, what were you expecting to happen?
God bless you. I did
But
actually
yeah,
see a ship full
it's a bit of a,
children
you know,
to the northeast of here.
yes,
Heavens above,
legends.
I hope they didn't run aground
It sounds
on these
cute,
rocks.
but that's basically it. Now, for the moment, before I start building things up, I will actually do this. Now, the good thing is I think I can actually buy tools from him if memory serves.
You heard, Brother Hilarious. We must hurry. It doesn't
Yes, I
bear
can.
thinking about it. That rust bucket really has run aground on the reefs.
Which means we can just very, very calmly build things up a bit. I like that being here. I really don't like that being there.
When these children went missing, I said to myself, Hilarious, there's something very fishy here. So I followed you and
Also, the
promptly
guy's called
ran into
Hilarious.
this dreadful storm. With great difficulty, I managed to make it to my brother's monastery. And then the rain even washed the road away.
I mean, a few of the, you know, easier things are missing from this Anno game, like the ability to copy things outright. I kinda miss that, but still, it's not really a
We
thing.
don't have many tools left, but I've discovered an iron deposit on the island. Let us
Shit,
set
that
up
was
our own
not what I
tool
wanted to do.
production plant for all eventualities.
That too is one of those things that's like, it's not really that well set up. Also, the tool is pretty damn useless. Usually it works, but as you can see, it's easy enough to find 4 spots. I missed the 15031, so I literally just bought it. If you still have some spending money, that's actually a good investment. Honestly, if you just want a chill game to play and relax by, an Anno game is never gonna be wrong. At least that much I can bloody freaking tell ya. Bam, bam. I don't like it. It's in my way. It stinks. More people are living here, and my people have set themselves up horrible. And more people will be living here, yes, but still following my rules. So we can probably save ourselves the trouble on this one. Now then, cider we do need work closes though. Well, you know, stuff like this. If I could see this just with my roadmap, that would be helpful. Very much so, but I mean, you know, small things. Nothing I really need to worry about overly much, I would say. Well, I know a Daggerfall or Minecraft. Daggerfall falls for me personally a bit into the same category as does good old Morrowind and Co. They are entertaining things, no question about. Minecraft though. I don't know, Minecraft never really clicked for me. I suppose is a good way of saying it. And that doesn't really mean much or anything bad at all, actually. It's just, you know, I looked at it and was like, meh. Honestly, I never really understood the popularity of Minecraft in the first place, to be completely fair and honest, but, what can I say, you know? I don't claim to understand everything because, well, I'm not even that arrogant, to put it mildly. Better. Then I can get rid of that. Since there's another one. I would like to have another one. Oh, we're still... Nah, we're basically losing money at this point, but... That's relatively little. Relatively. Now we are actually indeed losing money. Which means it is time to build a few more houses, so that a few more people move in. Not enough wood, eh? Wood. I mean, I always said, I do still mean it, that at some point I will probably play Minecraft at least once, because, you know, it was unfair to judge completely, but still, I still, you know, sometimes look at it, actually. Did, not that long ago. I was like, yes. I still don't see the appeal. At least not really. I don't know. Maybe it's the generation thing or something. On the other hand, you know, things like, or games like Valheim, for example, which are built up on the same idea of, you know, building shit up and stuff, playing around with that. I can get very much behind it. It's a fun game. Actually, at some point I'm probably going to play a bit more of it, because I do enjoy that game. Interesting how that works, though. I must admit. I find myself amused. How strange things can be. Now I do need tools, which means it's probably a good idea to just buy them.
Just a little something for the
Wee,
journey,
get it over here.
and we'll get going.
Yeah, of course you need something on the journey, don't you? Why am I not surprised? Now, since there are also 2 iron deposits, I think we can actually set up a relatively nice tool production relatively soonish. Relatively soonish. So that irks me. That irks me a lot. Now, better. Now, time to brew some hem, so we can actually give my people some clothing, so they don't look around so now. I mean, when you think about it, pretty much any Anno game has very limited of resources and manufacturing. No game, we're not gonna do this shit like you want to. I'd like to actually have a bit of a system to it. The fact that I can actually set something up there is amazing. That means I can potentially just copy that. I probably can. No, we just need to wait for wood again, because, well, you know, wood doesn't grow on trees, apparently. But yeah, I mean, you don't really play Anno for the hyper-realism, you play Anno because, well, you know, fun building things up and stuff. Hyper-realism was not involved in this decision. At all, actually. Which, to be fair, I don't actually mind. More market building. I think I would actually like another one, because I do kind of ask for a lot in the long run. So it's probably not a bad idea to build another one just smack dab here. Basically have it done with.
You have more buildings available.
Oh, thanks, game. Okay, let's do it like this. How do you continue to a world of 15 years old? I don't know. Depends on many things, I suppose. You know that I always have to wait for fucking wood. Not perfect. This is the beginning. Next in line I need the weaver set so we can get some, well, actual work closing I suppose, and then we can start on producing good old tools by getting some iron. How many iron do I actually have? See, that's actually a good thing. Anno got better, in a way, in time. For example, the way I can actually see resources on the island with one view is pretty sweet of a deal. I would like to have that back, but to be fair, it's not really... No, you use hemp for ropes and for clothing. You do know that your thinking is not the only way to make use of hemp. It is quite literally meant for ropes. Actually, a lot of old and very tough ropes were made of it. And you can make work clothing out of it. Not really tying up the ladies, more like, you know, actual thick work clothing. The ropes, I mean, technically speaking, I guess you could make them for that specific purpose.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
I'm not even going to deny that that is an option. See, that's the sort of information where I'm like, okay, good to know.
Very well. I'll set off immediately.
It's not the sort of information that's like, yeah, I will totally need that for the rest of my life, don't I? It's more information where like, you don't say. Sadly, I don't think I will interact much with said community, so my ways of actually going over that particular claim are going to be somewhat limited. Surprisingly enough, some people are into some strange shit. That's... Frankly speaking, nothing new. Never knew what happened to the good old-fashioned vanilla stuff. But hey, you know, to each their own, I suppose. Well, that is somewhat annoying if you take it to the extreme, but still, you know. To each their own indeed. I'm not going to complain about it. Also, you know, I'm wondering, it has been a bit of a trend, but people are apparently wearing their, well, to put it correctly, I suppose, fetishes a lot more open these days, and I'm kind of sitting there like, you know, why do you feel the need to drag that particular thing into the open? Is that the one thing that defines you? Because I don't think your sexual fetishes are going to be much of a help in me deciding if you're going to be, you know, a good guy or something. I would much rather, you know, take other conditions. But alas, that question was, I'm not going to ask itself, now is it? Or answer itself for that particular matter. Depends on search. I mean, yes, we are assuming between consenting adults, obviously. I mean, everything else is for good reason. Instead of a crime. Even then, it's like, you know, I never really understood that whole sort of making that a thing. I don't care what people do in the privacy of their bedrooms. With each other, nor alone. I don't give a shit. Why should I give a shit? There's only one singular point when I start getting interested in your personal likes and dislikes in the bedroom. That is if I'm actually trying to get you there myself. In which case, yes, that is something of interest to me. But from that particular situation, it's kind of like, okay, don't give a shit. Especially because, yeah, some of the things are really just freaky nowadays. I'm like, okay, I don't like it. Oh, look at that, it's a little chrono stampede. He starts with like, hear me out. Okay, I'm listening. Oh, fun fact. Yeah, I mean, but it's the sort of fact that's like, aha. I have no way of confirming or denying that claim. You can claim whatever you want. It's like, yeah, the BDSM community totally likes this shit. And I can just sit here and go like, huh. Well, okay. But yeah. Just gave me a nice opportunity to rant for a moment, so don't take it personally. I had a bit too much fun with that statement. And the fact that my values seem to clash a bit with more modern interpretation. Oh, the Automat trying to annoy you. Ah, this time I can actually do something for you. Getting your butthole licked is great. That's a statement. I mean, I've lived a long life. I don't think I have made this particular experience, so I will believe that it's a statement just sitting there. And go like, yeah, if you say so. I speak from personal experience there, little Kronos. Because I can't comment on that one. More iron. It's typical. Don't worry about it, we all know that Automat can be a bit of a bitch. You know it, I know it. Everyone who has ever had the displeasure of having it around knows it. Can I actually afford 3? Do I actually have 3? I guess making this into a bit of an industrial center is probably an okay-ish idea. Of course, it's not going to fit completely, because fuck you, that's why. Automat isn't Twitch, though. It's making you its bitch. To be fair, yes. Automat makes everyone its personal little bitch. And it has no problem doing that whatsoever. Okay, game, if you really want to be a bitch about it, I getcha. I getcha. We'll make it bitchy. Yeah, I forgot I can't drag. Game's like, you can't drag that. Can't drag around. That's not fair. This is probably going to be a rather large industrial area on my little island. I really hate that I can't just connect like this, but never mind. Solutions will be found, even if they look ugly. Actually, that sort of rather organic city and street growing is a rather human thing, I would like to point out. Not many cities are actually planned out, you know, to accommodate for their actual nowadays size. Most of them grew naturally over time. And if you let people grow things naturally over time, you end up with very interesting street designs. Some of the worst offenders are, well, over in Poland, for example. These are some of those cities. The layout makes you wanna kill yourself because you're gonna get lost. And then some poor fucker, oh yeah, actually switching from yeah, city planning, the worst job of this day and age, yeah. I was about to say it, because you know, and then nowadays, some poor fucker gets the job of, hey, can you actually plan ahead with all of the nonsense that has already happened? Well, that's the sort of job that really would makes me want to shoot myself in the head. Whoop. Yep, everyone will be like, how the fuck, why did you do this nonsense? And he's like, I didn't have a choice, quite literally. Things were already bad, and I kind of wanted to just get the job done. It was like, fuck you. That's just city planning in a nutshell. You're gonna feel horrible. Quite literally. Now, we have iron. Next we need charcoal. Because as we all know, with iron and charcoal, you can do wonderful, wonderful things. By which I mean, you can actually do, get some actual good shit out of that. Then we can start smelting our iron, and then produce tools. Which is all we ever wanted. All we ever wanted, all we ever needed. There. Produce as many trees as you can. And you have as many trees as you can. But yeah, let's just be very happy that, you know, none of us works in that particular sector. It is Hell. Now, one iron smelter, and now I need another iron smelter. And then I need two tool shops. And technically speaking, then we can also start setting up the ropes, which are apparently a favorite of the BDSM community, as I just learned. And I will not refute that claim, no, I will just let that claim sit there and go like, okay, I accept.
I'll just load the goods onto the donkeys, then I'll set off.
Which also means, since we need rope, we need more hemp. Ah, it's always something these days, isn't it? Do I want to put them in the other direction? Kinda? I don't know. Difficult. But yeah, it's one of those jobs. I mean, even if it pays well, mind you, I would probably not be overly enthused to take it over. But the sheer, you know, annoyance that comes along with it. We installed the Fallout mod for Hui 4. Ah, Fallout. I remember the good old Fallout. I remember it was a pretty neat RPG. A very different vein from, excuse me, Baldur's Gate's classical fantasy. And honestly, I still prefer classical fantasy settings, but I do remember having some fun with that. Also some frustrations, because the systems I used had some specialities, let's just say. Oh boy. Every bloody game has little mods nowadays. Although not many will have as many mods as, well, Paradox games. Paradox games have an amazing amount of mods for their games. Which actually showcases just how nice, technically speaking, of a communities they have if they don't start, you know, really pissing them off for no good reason, like when they tried that whole Imperator Rome shit. Suddenly had to realize, oh boy, we fucked up, didn't we? True. What was it called? That the new one from Bethesda, the Skyrim? Skyrim? Yeah, I think it's Skyrim. That too has an amazingly high amount of mods, if memory serves. I did hear that. Never really looked into it because I took one look at it and was like, meh, Morrowind is better. Heck, even Oblivion seemed more interesting to me at the time. I haven't really changed that opinion. Maybe at some very distant point, you know, in the very, very distant future, I might take a look at it, but I really don't feel the need. Before that, I would play...
Production has been disrupted.
In the following order, actually. I would probably play a bit of Morrowind, Oblivion, and Daggerfall. In that order, if I had any influence on it. That's a crazy amount of laws on some mods that are illegal in over 50 countries. I feel like I don't even want to know what people would have to make mod-wise in order to have created something that is illegal in many, many countries, but yeah, let's not think about that. That sounds like a horrible idea to think about. I'd much rather live a nice and peaceful time. Nice and peaceful. Yeah, we need more woods to create more tours. The irony biting us in the ass. Then we need to build this little shipyard so we can get access to it, so that we can do shit, and we need more houses because, well, my people apparently are ruining me by not paying enough taxes.
I can't go any faster. Can't you see how heavily laden the donkeys are?
Yeah, I would understand if it's like, okay, I'm fat, I can't move that much because, you know, I can't.
Production has been disrupted.
I know it's about your freaking donkeys. I'm pretty sure those can do it. Relatively certain there, my friend. Relatively certain you're shitting me. Come on, game. Stop doing that. Also, why is there a bend in my road? That is going to annoy the living shit out of me. Need not. But yes. I would probably point out that you should probably not give people absolute creative freedom if you want to actually have something marketable, because, well, people will create a lot of things. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Let's not even think about that. Actually, to be fair, I'm morbidly curious now, but I'm somewhat afraid of actually looking that up. Actually, I'm afraid of having that in my fucking search history because I could end up with some really horrible shit.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Shut up. None of my plants are actually in any danger. My plants are great. My plants are great. Everything is going splendid, and you will not deny me, game. I mean, it is denying me because it's actually costing me money.
You have a wider range of buildings available to you.
I'll give you a wide range of buildings, my friend. Right in your face. You see how heavily I have to work to build this up. Oh shit. What are you doing, game? Was a long lag.
Your people are longing for company.
My people should shut the fuck up. I will give them company. Yeah, take company. Right into your face. Bam. Ah. Now this, and another one, and another one. But wondering why so many people, and the answer is, well, I need the money. I was running at a bit of a deficit. But since I already knew that would happen, I also set it up in a way that we actually produce an overabundance of resources anyway. So now, all we need to really produce is a bit more.
One more sip for the road, then we must be off.
Speaking of pure experience, it's never just going to be just one zip, is it? I wanted to build an iron smelter, I remember that much. Yeah, then I wanted to build two tool makers. So that we can start producing our own tools. Then we're gonna finish building up at least a few more little houses, so we can actually get some of our money back into running. And then we should all focus on actually repairing the ship and see what's happening. Hey, you said that something was on your ship. Not very nice of you to not give me that.
Start our search at the cliffs in the north.
Was holding out on me the whole time. What a bitchy move. Wow, and I don't have enough gold. Okay, change of plans. We're building houses first because I need more tax money. Taxation. It's always nice of you on the other side. Now, it can stay, can it? Yeah, no, it cannot. I need a road here. Hey, come on. Told you to get rid of it. He was like, no, 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 no. I will not do this. More money. Taxation, but no money. Well, yeah. Anno has never really let you play around with the actual tax rate very much, so you can't really change it. Which is, I will assume, meaning that we do a very, 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 very fair taxation. Try to sell food, the only unlimited resource. I don't think I have anyone on this island where I can actually sell shit, because, you know, you can only buy from him. I would probably actually need to look for some trade partners outside. I kind of want to set everything up so that we can immediately start colonizing other islands.
Production has been disrupted.
Rather soonish.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
No, getting afford.
Production has been disrupted.
I mean, you always start with a little port. But that doesn't help. Also, since I haven't found anyone else, I have no trading partner. No trading partner whatsoever. Now I need more tools. I need more tools to produce a tool maker to give me more tools. The irony is biting me in the ass.
Very well. I'll set off immediately.
Yeah, you better. I need those tools because I want a tool maker.
Production
Has been what I wanted
disrupted.
all the time. You'd have thought they got the same due to the opening from 1602. To have a different voice, because it wouldn't fit in 1404.
Ah, the tool makers have started work. That'll make things easier.
I would hope so. I would very much hope so. Now then, more people. What is it you desire? You desire spices.
There's nowhere in the world finer than here.
And you desire a tavern. Okay. I can't afford that because that would cost me quite literally in as well. But we can probably think about setting it up somewhere. Like smack dab here. Means I would have to get rid of 2 houses for it, but... You know what I say. City planning is its finest. This is actually how city planning would look like if we had no regulations for that, because, well, everyone who has ever studied anything about, you know, efficient city building would look at a normal, would look probably at the city map of Warsaw and go like, okay, we need to raise half the city, we need to destroy half the streets, now we need to rebuild it from scratch. And if they weren't, you know, right, that protected the people actually living there, they would probably just do that and go like, yes, let us start from scratch, because this is cancer to look at. Luckily for us, actually not that easy to get rid of people from their houses. At least one thing. You still can probably set up 2 more. Never do the same here, that's going to be a problem because, yeah. I mean, I can probably afford doing it like this. Only cuts in marginally. Acceptable losses. God damn it. Now it's starting to get to the point where it's not acceptable losses anymore. Okay, if I actually do this, how bad would it be? Because worst case scenario, I can just move this little hut. Okay, we can still get 100% out of it. Yeah, if I can get still 100% out of that, then I don't really give a shit if it's a bit close. No worries there. No worries there. Now that everything seems to be running for the moment, we should... Yeah, we should really focus on getting some wood and getting some... Wood takes money, because the next I will need to build a repair crane, and as you can see, a lot of the building for Barbaros areas somewhat easy. Just, you know, maybe a fire station would actually be a nice idea before I actually get the first fire. It's supposed to be a, you know, preventive measure, technically speaking. Now we wait for the good old-fashioned money to come in. And see if we can actually afford having that many people around and feeding them. Can be an interesting little race. Now that is going to irk me as hell because, well, consider it here. There's a step there. Oh well. I'll take it, I suppose. Such mistakes. Such horrible mistakes were made in the city planning. And I will repeat them over and over and over again.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
I know. I will at some point hopefully be able to actually sell some of my stones, my access stones. Yep, this is totally going to irk the living shit out of me. Because now I actually have to start moving things around. Oh boy, this is gonna be great. I don't really want to reduce a whole city block though. To nothingness just for that. Technically speaking, it would actually probably be advisable if I get rid of that one at least. Like huge organic growth of my city. It is totally natural and organic. Like, yeah, you don't say. Let humans do it and you will see what you end up with. Chaos. Chaos everywhere. Would a bit infringe, but shouldn't really be much of a problem. Yeah, 96. 96, that's still very much okay. And another one. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, why didn't you let me speed up there? Something happening that I'm not aware of? Game's like, yes, but you don't need to worry about it yet, stranger. I will have to worry about it when it's too late, when things are going to burn. Speaking of burning, yes, a fire station sounds like a very wise idea. Don't really want to reenact the Great Fire of Rome and, you know, use all of the city. Does seem like a very bad idea.
Production has been
Shut up.
disrupted.
They do
One
miss
of
the
your
new game
plants has
sometimes.
stopped producing goods.
I mean, they actually did it, as far as the series is concerned, right in my opinion, to the most part. I mean, those experimental, newer setting Annos were kinda meh. Didn't really get into it much. But generally speaking, they have added with every incantation a few ease of life things, just to make your playing experience a bit more pleasant. Like the ability to fucking drag my streets, for example, that I don't have here. But apart from that, they have left the main formula just as is, which is actually very, very pleasant, all things considered. Not better than some of the nonsense you have to suffer with, honestly. Because god damn it. Some people, some games developers think they need to redefine what the game is every single bloody title they bring out. Contra of Rome was a big mystery, filled with false claims against Nero because Christianity.
Your people are longing for company.
Oh yeah, actually, that's actually right. We don't actually know. There are quite a few claims going both directions. If or if not, Nero was actually you know, a good or bad person. Honestly, who knows? It's been so long ago and the information is sparse anyway, so I guess we'll never know as the only reasonable answer you can give. Because that's quite literally how it is. The dates I will miss the stream. Just for me to say hello. Oh. Hello there, little druid. Thanks for letting me know. That's very polite of you. You have fun on the date. Take them home and stuff, you know. Have some fun. And yeah, don't let me disturb you. In fact, go for it. Have some fun. Yeah, very important. Never said. If you have something better to do, do feel free to do so. Of course, we shall very much pat him on the shoulder for letting us know. You're very nice. Shoulder pat indeed. Would give you head pats, but, you know, that seems rather strange thing to do. Well, a clap on the shoulder, should it be. And do not forget all emperors were messed up. Well, they do say that if you have absolute power, you will end up somewhat messed up, but yeah. I mean, some of these people have actually, you know, randomly decided that, well, screw the Republic, I'm the emperor now. Worked. Worked well. Ah, Rome. Like, yay, we're a republic. Oh shit, we're a dictatorship now. Yay, we're a republic. Oh shit, we're a dictatorship now. Now you add a few military conquests here and there to it, and repeat that ad infinitum, and you have basically Rome's history in one sentence. Which is nice. Makes it a lot easier for me. Now, while we wait for more tools... Well, actually no, we're waiting for wood army. Can't you just buy off of the monk guy? Yeah, give me all of your wood.
One more sip for the road?
No,
Then
no
we
sipping.
must be off.
First of all, I do believe you took the opportunity to expend his power. Well, I think one of the things that made him distrust is that he did start the city renovation later on. Although some people are saying that, you know, he actually did a pretty damn smart thing there, you know, trying to widen the road so that actually no future fires would spread that evilly, so honestly it's hard to say. Also because all of our sources will be screwed in a very direct way, if you look back that much. And honestly, the first thing any good academic in the field of history should admit is that we just don't know, honestly. We can guess, we can make an educated guess of many things, but there will never be an absolute proof if anything we believe to be a thing is true or not. That is why I hate it when people speak with absolute clarity about a time period that is so far back that we have quite literally no way to actually confirm it. Heck, we can barely confirm most of the things happening in the freaking, you know, last great period, 20th century. That's not even that far away, and even there people are like, you know, we don't actually know completely with certainty. We do know a few things, like, you know, Nazis bad, that's easy enough to understand, we have proof for that, and even that is a claim people, some very special people, try to fucking deny. Which pisses me off greatly, actually. Well, I mean, you know, it's surprising how far you can get sometimes, to be fair. Especially if the people are not prepared for the nonsense you are starting to get. Now we're producing more cider, which means that minus should turn into a plus relatively soonish. We also need more fish again, because now I have more people. And my people are hungry. I probably need to redo this road again, because, well... because of nonsense. Yep, precisely what I thought. Up. Up. You do know that most dictators actually do try to keep on heirs, because, yeah, that's kind of how you make people believe in you and follow you. You go honestly and go like, I don't know, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will try to do my best, people will not vote for you. But if you go all confident, go like, I know shit, and you can lie well enough, you can get surprisingly far on just that lie. A bit of sad state, but you know, we do have a bit of a weak point for strong leadership. As humanity. Yeah, I'm producing what I don't know. Yeah. Basically, most dictators are by their very nature populists. That doesn't really work any other way. Which is a telling point, put mildly. And we're producing more cider now, which means we should produce more hemp so that we can then produce more work clothing, because we're kind of running out. That's not a nice state. Well, yeah. And as soon as you get for the whole hegemony thing, you kinda end up in the area of monarchies and stuff. Which also did not necessarily work out overly well now, did they? Bit of a sad state of affairs, I'd say. Now that is that, and we need the actual manufacture for that. And then we need more wood. More wood for the throne of Anno. Actually, I was wondering for a second, like, it is rather quiet in my background. Where's my music? And apparently I finished my playlist at some point. Better. I was wondering, like, a bit quiet today, isn't it? And now I can enjoy some music. Will you stop doing that? Now I can enjoy some music. Which is surprisingly nice, honestly. Like, even if people are like, I'm not really into, you know, action-y adventure games like that, I would still be like, shut up, play here. Just listen to the music, you uncultured swine. Or something to that degree, at least. Resources. Yeah, you're starting to fill up again. Reasonably. We should probably start actually adding to our warehouses so that they can actually be a bit faster about it. To be fair. Now, how big actually is a fire station? Yeah, of course it needs to be that big. Do we want to go the risky way and just go like, we'll build one when we need one? Or do we actually want to do preventive measures? Now then, our people are happy. They're paying a lot of taxes. I mean, look at this. I can go ahead and go like, but that doesn't really tell me what actually is the percentage of taxes that we're paying. It's just randomly changing numbers. I don't like that. It's an oversimplification. I would like to have a lot more influence over my taxation systems. Maybe not as autistic as Paradox games would make it, if given our plan. Because, you know, they would absolutely make it artistic. Oh boy. Also, you know, the modern Anno, the 1800, actually has one more advantage. I can actually see the overlapping areas, so now I can't see this. But if I go over here, I can't see how far it actually goes, so I actually have to take a, you know, uneducated guess, basically. Which is not necessarily all that pleasant. Well, we have that now. Next in line, we need probably a shipyard. Game decides to lag again. I wonder what it is today. Game is just randomly deciding, you know, slow down a bit, you're playing too fast. We could build a small storehouse. Get more storage. I mean, it's actually not a bad idea. Wow. Oh god, I hate that system already. What have I done? Yep, really hate that system. This is just me, or does this just look horrible? Oh yes, this look horrible. Don't give me that shit about insufficient building materials game. Really want to force me to buy from the old man again, don't you?
I'll just load the goods onto the donkeys, then I'll set off.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Come on, game, give me more wood. Wood, 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 wood. And then we'll build a few more storehouses.
Your repair crane has done a splendid job.
Oh yeah, of course it
You
did.
too should bring your ship in for some repairs.
Yes, game, I know. Not yet completely stupid. Now that should help wonders with my storage. Now we start building up our warehouses to actually start being a bit faster about collecting all of the goodies. Because I do ask quite a bit of them. I'm still running it. We need to kinda improve that rating a bit. Okay, all of that is set up. Next, what do we have to do? For the missing children which reef northeast of... Oh yeah, I was about to say what? But we are apparently called Whelpdom. Sounds rather horrible. Like, yes, let me give my island a horrible name. Like, I didn't give this island a name. Decided before I was even around. I do wonder. I mean, we could probably set up another living area up here. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Because in the long run, I do think we will need more people. But maybe before that, we'll actually settle another island. Maybe, that is. And now we're making pluses. We are making pluses here. We're making pluses
I've made some
here.
investigations into
Yes.
this mysterious illness afflicting our sovereign, and have discovered something truly monstrous.
At the reef northeast. Oh,
There is a plot.
northeast. I'm an idiot.
There's still no concrete proof, but one thing is certain. The Emperor is to be overthrown.
Okay, we have on this island iron. I mean, more iron and more stone. And also, what's this? Yes, cave. I'm assuming that is going to be important in the near future.
There, up ahead by the reef. Castaways. Good heavens!
No.
The children can hardly keep their heads above water. Poor little things. They're soaking wet and shivering from the cold. That was close.
The poor little ones are shivering with cold. Bring them to me quickly.
Yeah, whatever you say, old man. I'm totally gonna trust the church with the children. That's totally not has bitten me in the ass yet. Come on.
Lord above! Get the children out of the sea immediately! Are they to drown before our very eyes?
Did I just... Oh. I threw them overboard. Oops. Oh man, wasn't really my
2
intention.
blankets and a mug of hot wine will soon warm the children up.
Would give them wine. What a waste. I don't think they're gonna appreciate it.
We're stuck at the border of the Orient. Perhaps the Sultan's Grand Vizier will help us. I've brought a gift. Please pick it up at my ship.
The Grand Vizier is gonna be like, what? Help you? No, it's your problem. Aren't you the ones on the Crusader side? I'm sure you want more help. I'm gonna be like, yeah, the Crusaders kind of corrupt, sorry to say. We don't want to have anything to do with that. Wait, game. Beep, 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 beep. Actually, at some point I need an excuse to play a bit near again. I wonder which would be a good excuse to play that again. I mean, not the full game, mind you, because I already did a whole series. Actually, no, technically speaking, I would be willing to do. It's one of those games I would be actually willing to do to play through completely again. Which, to be fair, is rather rare.
Can I entrust you with the gift for the Grand? As far as I know, the Grand Vizier is staying further south.
Aha, good to know. Let's do a bit more exploration before we do that.
What beautifully woven material.
Sure. Children stole my fucking things.
You have
Pardon me. I don't want to be impolite, but I have only just recently upgraded this caravanserai. There is still so much to do.
Yes, so much to do. So little time. Yes. Very sad, very hard. Ah, but yeah. Just for the music, I'd be willing to do it, to be fair. Now I need to find a good excuse, something to celebrate. What is going to come next that I could potentially claim to be a good celebratory situation? It depends on how things go, actually. At some point, my birthday will come, I suppose, but that's more like a private thing and has not really that much to do with my streamy thing.
I do not care
wonder.
if the storm blew you here, or if you are part of the Occidental fleet that recently passed through these waters. You have entered the Honorable Sultan's realm without permission.
Well, yeah, kinda. I do.
You are looking for children? Well, we are all looking for something, aren't we? Eh?
That sounds
For
bloody
example,
fucking wrong the way he
I am
says
looking
that.
to pick a fight.
Like, well, you're looking for
So just
children, and I'm
clear
sitting there like, yes, but not in the way you make it sound like. Totally not. Yeah, the guy is standing on the wrong side. I mean, we're standing with the church
I'm in
forces.
charge here. In the way I see it, what goes on in my mind concerns no one but the Sultan and the Grand.
Did you enslave some of our children and have them work at your mine? Can you please just answer this one question for me? Because, well, I might be willing to send some ships over. Oh, not for trade, mind you, I'm just throwing out
Production has
cannons.
been disrupted.
Well, let's not assume the worst of our others. Let us not. Let us not. Let us be fair. Let us be gentle. But then... Also, just finish the map so I can have this fucking out of my way, because it's going to hurt me otherwise. To no end. Just like this little piece here. Going to irk me. No good reason, and we can't accept that. We sure not. Now, which one of those cunts am I supposed to be giving shit to? You. But look at me, I have some things. I have some rolls of paper.
One of your plants has stopped.
I have seen so many your
Shut up.
true people. are starting to talk about you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm starting to trust you.
Ooh.
Your true character is revealed by your actions.
Mm-hmm,
One of my ships was badly damaged.
Okay, you need some rope. I mean,
Let the trading begin.
Yes. Okay, we need some rope. I have a massive amount of rope, so it doesn't really matter. But literally not. We have ropes for days.
Have you come with goods to help me? You have shown yourself to be honorable.
Yes.
Perhaps you should ask Karim about the children.
The Grand Vizier seems to have a good heart, but now...
Oh, cool. He actually gave me a boat. That's very nice of him. Okay, taking boat. A caravel, which is idle. Bam, 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 bam.
Don't worry. I will take these children in and attend to their physical and spiritual well-being.
Must be built under the turn. Yeah, I mean, yes, as far as I can tell, not really a desert island that I could settle on. This most definitely is not a desert island. But it might actually not be a bad idea to try and get my hands on another island. Technically speaking, because we can probably get a bit more fish production going on here.
Been disrupted.
Which would probably not be a bad thing at all. We do kinda need a bit more fish in the long run, and we can actually produce on our main island. God damn it, game. Could you stop jumping around? Like, I'm trying to do something here. Now then, can we actually build things like this? The cool thing is, since we don't actually have a workforce in this one, we can just... Yeah, of course, I did miss that one. I'm not surprised. Shit, I'm just gonna build another one in between. At least we can afford that. And can you stay on full post, please? Ba-dam. Now, let's steal off the good resources from this island. War mines. Good. Good in proper stealing. And there's also a bit of stone that we can steal. And technically speaking, we could now also start producing stuff like other basic bitch things from here. We could potentially do that. Don't really have a need for it yet. I also kind of think it'd probably be not a bad idea to actually refine some of the resources that we're trying to game. That's bad.
Game save.
The timing. Yeah, I do think that refining this is probably a good idea, actually. Yeah, when I think about it. Reduces the amount of things we have to produce, and if I can actually get iron, not a bad idea. Iron is not really resource, but still. I kind of feel I need to set up some fishing though. Yes, we can actually start exporting that. Which also means we need to produce a small trading ship. I guess this one technically would be one. Okay, let's create a route. A route 1. Very imaginative naming. From Wolf's Haven. Where you will load fish, where you will load not that, iron, and where you will load stone, I suppose, for the moment. Then you go to whatever that is supposed to be name-wise. Ooh, and now things. We will take the
Shipbuilding completed.
Ikara. Also, that gives us room to, expand upon this in the near future if we actually want to do something with it. Which is, as far as I'm concerned, a pretty good option. Yes. Everything is going just according to plan, basically. I mean, I guess technically speaking, I could actually try to set some people down, but it wouldn't really work in my opinion. What is my next job? Contact the caravan driver. How am I supposed to be doing this? Am I actually supposed to be settling this? It does kind of feel like we actually need to set up another living area, because we are kind of running out of things. But it's probably a better idea to do this on my main island. That's a wow, I need to make some money. Yeah, they probably need to actually settle on this island, don't they? Yeah, they're going to introduce the the people's things. Okay, can I trade with you? Yes, I can. You said so, didn't you?
I don't often receive visitors from the Occident.
Yeah, but I'm not really wanting to buy it. Can I see what to sell you? I don't think I actually can. Okay, so let's take a look at the resources I have. Okay, let's take all of the freaking iron. Go down here and see if we can actually sell it to you. Hey, do you need some iron?
Let the trading begin. Quite.
He's quite willing to accommodate me.
Let me know when the time is right.
What? Let me know when the time is right. Yes, the time is right. God damn it. Much a bit smaller, isn't it? Damn it. Really hate that I can't just drag it. I'm so used to just dragging things out, and then the game is like, no. You need to click first, set things down, and then you can start dragging shit all over the place. Please keep that in mind. I will never learn to remember this particular point, will I? Well, you will probably not. And I get used to it. And we're making a plus again. It's good because that means I can probably stop overtaxing you. I like my people to be happy. I mean, if I need to make a bit more money, I can probably do that very, very easily, after all. Oops. Ah, more people. Also means more stuff in general. Of course, that doesn't fit there. How about you? Yeah. I figured as much. Can I advance you further? I don't think I can. Hey, so far every item is on the rise. Yeah, technically speaking. Since we are still kinda on the no end for many, we shall look deserve some more money by just selling stuff. Don't immediately need again to produce.
You've come to trade.
Yes, I do.
Good. Very good.
I could probably set up a road.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
But I need to there. That's too much work for the moment. And honestly, doing it manually is actually probably not gonna give me more trouble. I think it's actually gonna give me less trouble than doing it the other way around.
There's still time.
And since they don't have any wood here, we can just go up here and pick some up. Not a problem. Can you actually build bazaar or still market building? You can.
The Grand Vizier has sent you? Well, I am a trader. Make sure that some nomad settled down here to boost my business. Somehow, others are, but that would stimulate my business.
Actually, do your stuff like...
The Saracens developed Norias to enable them to survive in the desert. Look, the land is already becoming fertile. Getting the nomads to settle here is one thing. You should now ensure that they remain well-fed and happy.
Well fed and happy, yeah. Really need to make more gold though. So, technically speaking, nomads have not settled yet because they are not here actually. I would very much like to point that out, game. That you are lying to me.
Shukran! I thank you. Now that they are well fed and happy, the people will surely want to buy some more goods from me.
Production has been disrupted. One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Let's take all of that rope and send it down so we can actually get some more mayonnaise, because we need the mayonnaise very, very badly. Sadly enough.
Are you interested in precious items from the Orient? Delightful.
Is one way of saying it? Yes. One way of saying it.
It seems I may have been rather hasty.
What the fuck is the old man talking about again? Now then, you will have some entertainment shit, will you not? I'm sure that's going to come at some point.
Your food supplies are running short.
Yes, we are producing food. I don't really think that's going to be much of a problem. Oh, hello there, little Mr. Recordine. Seen you in a while. Okay, we need to actually build a freaking area for those to work. What a pain in my ass. Especially because we actually don't have enough stuff anymore. Not enough wood. Yeah. How are you, little Mr. Recordine? Myself, I'm rather fine in D&D. Well, I had a bit of a minor catastrophe with one of our deliveries today to the store, but apart from that, one day before my final exam, that is not most pleasant, actually. I can only say. But hey, could be worse, as they say. Could be worse. Yet not produced enough wood. How about up here? We have. I need some more wood. Thank you very much, my little island. You have been most helpful. Yeah, you have water now. Are you entertained now, little woods? Well, there. Wait, what? What? What are you talking about? Why are you confusing me? What have I ever done to you, little Mr. Recordine? Which is my nice way of asking for clarification, because I don't know what your what is referring to. Hold you say. Oh, I know that song, for fuck's sake. Oh, nah. What was that? Nah, basically, I wanted to be relatively on time today to, you know, get home at a reasonable time so I can do some more learning. I do have my final verbal examination tomorrow. And of course, you know, shortly before I wanted to head out, got a call from my partner going like, hey, I just looked through our builds, and we have been built practically triple the amount of what we ordered. That's not right. If that goes through, our bank account is going to be... well, it's just... basically, I did a bit of a nice little trick thing where I hired myself at my own store so I can be a trainee, so I can get some qualifications in my field. Because I actually don't have any. It's not really required to run a business, you know. The only thing you need to run a business is, well, time, patience, and money. At some point I actually had some money, to be fair. Long ago. And since the store is not going to be around for very much longer, but I would like to actually stay in the field, I would like some qualifications in order to work. At least on a manager level. Because I do kind of want to continue running stores, even if it's for other bigger company. Took me a year to get this far, basically. And that's because of Germany's nice little dual study system, which is splendid and all. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be completely fair and honest, but yeah. But yeah. Since we couldn't really afford to let that bill go through, and it was going to bill very, very quickly from my little bank account, I was like, okay, we probably should do something here. Fast. And alas, that took a lot longer than I had hoped it would take. Not really surprising, all things considered, but still. Oh, that actually requires tools, eh? That explains why I am at such a loss. But hey, not a problem. We can get at least a few more tools. Also, I can get a bit more wood. Now, back to the island again. Because apparently I do need to start producing tools on this island, otherwise I'm going to get somewhat insane. Relatively quickly at that. Now, I guess I can just randomly set up here. Insufficient building materials. Fuck you too, game. Now, could use the charcoal burner, or I could potentially just use that.
Now that everything is green and the nomads are adequately supplied, we should take the opportunity to build a spice farm, don't you think?
She's like, don't you think so? And I'm sitting here like, no, I don't think so. Actually, the problem is, can I actually... Yeah, no, I can't actually build a coal mine yet. That's
Orientals seem to have treated the children well, but they will surely feel better in familiar surroundings.
Okay, we have a charcoal burner. We're going to build a nice little iron mine, and then we're going to start producing some tools. So we can get that out of the way. The things we do for money. So this song reminds me of bad things. A certain boss fight, to be fair. One that I have sworn that I shall never ever do again. And I stand by that statement.
Production has been disrupted.
Shut up about your destruction? Yes, destruction. Shut up about your destruction. Sure. A very sensible thing to say. A final exam indeed. That's gonna be fun and dandy. Oh boy. It does seem that we're producing relatively slowly though. Building the wood area. Also bleeding money again. A well-known problem in the underworld. Bleeding money all over the place. Happens to the best, I can tell you that much. Especially if we try to build something up. It's all going to cost money and it's all going to do horrible things to you. Need for drink. I'm assuming you want goat milk. Well, I guess to each their own, I suppose. Actually, no, before we do that, let's actually start the production of tools before we get sidetracked again. Let's speed this up so we get some more money. And we need to wait for wood and for money.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Well, yeah, so what? Could be worse, game. Could be very much worse. And that should save me some trouble in the long run. Jesus Christ, those are big. I don't like it. This needs to look a lot better. Stop tending to fucking goats when there's no thing there. Can't do that to me. Game. Be reasonable. Okay, that looks better. Because now I can, how big is this? Probably do it like this. And set up. Wow. Game has decided to be a bitch about it. Like this. That should probably work. For the moment at least. And it just means they get something to drink and will not fucking starve in the desert. Or so we hope at least. Next in line, spices. The rule of names like it requires adequate fertility, but it doesn't really tell you which would be adequate fertility. And it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna figure that out on his own. I'm sure. But else. Okay, I don't think I can get my hands on that. Oh, like dislike that the road is here and not also on the other menu. I mean, I can use this one, right click one, but to be fair, I rarely use it. Okay. Come on, more wood, more wood! Actually, for once I actually do need to keep a relatively close look on the watch, because I do need to get up relatively late compared to usual. But since I do need to go somewhere else, for once, there's something to keep an eye on. Point being, many things are a royal pain. But you get used to it. Now, back to the actual proper island where proper people live that look like proper people and work like proper people and pay taxes like proper people. My main island, full of happy peasants. Don't let any other voices rise. Yeah. And that should help with my most definitively annoying problem of not having any money. Hopefully.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
No, then. Let me guess, you also need water. Ugh, such a pain. Okay, a freaking
One of your plants
Noria
has stopped
cost
producing
1,000
goods.
gold. It's annoyingly much.
Your settlement has been awarded a new status.
It's gonna take forever today. Now, species. Now, let's take a look here.
Marvelous. These spices will add a certain something to our oh-so-bland food.
What do you mean, also
Let's
bland food?
expand this habit, as that will increase our chances of finding the children.
You're fishing gold coins. Yeah. Stop complaining, game. Just give me my spice farms. Spice. Spice farms. Dude.
Ah,
It's been a while since I thought about that one.
a certain level of civilization will definitely be an advantage while we're searching for the children.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Yeah, so what? Let it stop. Take the rescue children. Where's the rescue children? Reach the partition. Take the rescue children. Yeah, where did I park the rescue children? No, it's a serious question. Where the fuck did I park those? From Caravan
Production has been disrupted.
Question mark. I was sure I had saved some children. Apparently they have been lost. Lost to the storm or something. Talking about blah blah blah. Strange. Okay, and since this is going on, we actually need to produce even more spice because we actually need to export spices. All the bloody things. Going to require another Noria. Which is not cheap. It's putting it mildly.
Production has been disrupted.
Come on, game.
Game saved.
Oops, I did more peasants. Somebody has to pay for all of this nonsense we're doing.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Well, sucks to be you, I suppose. Now, back to producing another Noria. And then we'll have to Take an educated look, because we probably will have to end it relatively soonish. No need to go to bed. Relatively on time for once. Technically 9 and was still meant to be used for a year of the Caesarian calendar. I mean, yes, Anno Domini. The thing. Give you an ideal example. Anno Domini. A year of our Lord. What has the Lord ever done for us? Recently. Questions. Very important questions. The year the Caesarian was introduced was also the longest year in history. Oh. That much, I believe. Do I want to set up another one though? No,
One of your plants has
bases.
stopped producing goods.
Now that would invite another...
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Another one of those. Jesus Christ, making money takes bloody forever, doesn't it? Come on, game. Let me build my things. So what do you have a problem?
Production has been disrupted.
You just like to be a pain in the ass, don't you? Now is it because... yeah, it's full. Now we can set up a road at least. Relatively efficient one, I would say. It wow. This cheap bridge? It belongs here. I consider it was for a few years. Load supervisors. Unload supervisors at ship Poseidon.
The more people who live here, the more people can help us look for the children.
Why, yes. Now expanded of an idea. Now let's do it like this, and then we probably need to set up a few more storehouses down here in order to actually well, be able to fulfill that demand. Which I would like to do if it wouldn't cost me, you know, an arm, a leg, and everything else I own. Money. Money has proven to be once again a bit of a bottleneck. I just can't text the people fast enough. Is basically the problem. So I might want to outsource a few more production things. To get more living space on my main island, but the more I outsource, the more of course I have the problem that I need to resource my resources then.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
God is smiling upon us.
Well, if you say so. God is smiling. I like you suggest getting a new colony and just make it production only. I mean, yeah, that would be an option, honestly. Will we look at that? We're actually running out of cider again. We should probably do something about that. What actually are we producing here? Hemp. Where is my cider production? Here. Well then, time to start a new one, I suppose. Question is, where? I guess for starters we can just randomly throw things in here. God damn it. Make it difficult, will ya, game? Yeah, no, the two isn't going to work as well. Do I just go over here and set it up here? Actually, are you producing iron ore? Yes, you are. Means we can just go ahead and build something neatly here.
Production has been disrupted.
This one. This one. And then we're going to just start grandly producing cider. Because we need more cider.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
God damn it. He was like, nah, I forbid you. Can't do this to me, game. He was like, yeah, no, I can. Can and I actually will. Now we have to wait for tools to be produced, and then when that happens, we can actually start getting up even more. We also need to change the trade route. Just a little bit. Cider. Load. Cider. Oh, the Ikara has also 4 slots, so not a problem. Nothing I'm too worried about yet. Everything will go well in time. Question is how much time. Truly a question for the ages.
Production has been disrupted.
Could you at least shut up once about your fucking production being interrupted? Usually means nothing. One, two, three, four, five.
One of your plants has
Oh, for
stopped
fuck's
producing
sake.
goods.
I forgot about fertility.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
I had a friend around getting that message over and over again. Can I at least produce hemp on this one? I can most definitively not.
Your water supplies are running out.
I need to actually do this on this island, huh? I really hoped I could avoid that. A bit of a false claim, that one. do down here, it's gonna look horrible and work horrible in practice.
Production has been disrupted. One of your plants has stopped producing goods. One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
God damn it. Mush collect. Okay, we're producing a lot more cider now. So we're going to solve this cider crisis.
Well, who would have guessed there would be so many hungry mouths to feed here?
And it's going to take a
much
while.
left to eat here. I
Really?
don't suppose you would have a little bread?
Ah. Yeah, I think considering
The first
that I do need to
patricians
be
have settled down.
rather awake tomorrow.
I'm convinced that things will now be much
I
easier
kind of think
for
we will
us.
end it here for the moment. As I said, tomorrow's going to be a bit of a special day. Let's hope things actually work well. 100% dreams and all of the good shit.
Hassan Ben Saeed is not to be trifled with. Let's make
Yeah,
sure
it's gonna make it
that we
interesting.
defend ourselves adequately if he attacks.
I guess I can start producing those on here, actually. But yeah, that's something for the future to do. For the moment, I shall bid you adieu. Not that I really want to, but, you know. Handicapping myself, in fact, when tomorrow is going to be a rather interesting little one. Explanation of the most educational order. That's gotta be fucking interesting. Wanna be very much looking forward to that one. But yes, with that in mind, I shall bid you adieu for the moment. Have a good one and all of that, and let me see who has dropped by. On the left side, we have your little Soji Mamba on one hand. Comes by as usual to talk about practically everything, which is good. Keeps things very much entertaining. Next in line we have the little Prono Stampede, who is, well, fighting rather hard with the Automod. Can be just a tiny bit of a bitch sometimes, to be fair. No question about that. And last but not least, I think we have little Mr. Recordine, who also came along. And he also shall be thanked for that very much so. On the right side, let me take an educated look. I don't think we have anyone. No, we actually do not, which makes it very easy. So everybody else on the logging side of things, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed, and I do hope to see you all again tomorrow with, well, hopefully good news actually, for once. Wouldn't that be splendid? Yes, since I don't have any other notes, or well, maybe I'm actually not seeing them because my desk is at the moment a bit of a chaotic one, to be fair. I shall assume everything is good, otherwise, we'll see. We'll see. Well, yes, you know, it's Friday, and also be the start of a new series for our Friday entertainment, and, well, we shall see what comes along, shall we not? For the moment, I shall leave it open and once again wait until the last minute to make a final decision. We still have some suggestions as to what we shall play series-wise on Fridays. Do let me know, you know, you can just go to that little Discord thingy and make a suggestion that I will listen to and try to accommodate as much as I can, but It does need to be somewhat fitting, to be fair, which a bit difficult, to be fair, sometimes. But yeah, at least I will try to listen. I can give you that much at the very least. Never mind, once again, have a good one and bye bye for the moment.